waffle in my life. Maybe we'll be believers after this segment.
I like zucchini bread. I'm iffy about the waffle, though.
Add some syrup to it.
That takes away all the healthiness there. But
welcome into Studio 10. I'm Joe Emer.
And I'm Jennifer Lambers, and for Chelsea Sayasam, but she'll be joining us later on this morning.
At some point, whenever she shows up. No, she's on assignment, so she's coming back. All right, Peyton Manning is heading back to Knoxville this fall. Is he?
He is, and especially it was Matthew McConaughey. He's also a professor, I believe, at the University of Texas, Austin, maybe. And so I like to see this because it brings them into the real world a little bit more. It allows people to interact with them. And those are some cool classes that he's going to be offering too, multiple classes.
Had we gone to school now for what we do, there's a chance we might have been in one of his classes.
Exactly, and the enrollment rate probably just skyrocketed.
So I do have a quick kind of related story. When I went to the University of Minnesota, Bobby McFerrin, who sang "Don't Worry, Be Happy," everybody knows that, taught a music class at the University of Minnesota. And I was trying to get in so hard, but I never had the chance to get in because it was always just full immediately. Would have loved to have checked that out.
That would have been a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, we are just a few weeks away from the start of college football season, and the preseason AP Top 25 poll has officially been released. The Alabama Jags received 1 vote.
Yes. Going to have to go back and look at that because not everybody receives a vote. So I like to figure out, because they show the top 25 and then they show how many votes the others received. I'm going to have to figure out what exact number they're at, whether it's like 33 or 37 or something. But just to be there to start with shows
recognition.
How great the Jags program is doing.
I love that. Going to have to see how the Mississippi State Bulldogs did. I haven't checked in on it yet, but I'll see how many votes they got. I'm sure they're not in the top 25 at all, but I'm ready for college football and also National Wear Your College Color Day.
So when is that? Next Friday?
It is the Friday before Labor Day. So it's at the very end of the month.
All right. Yeah, I'm always torn as to what to do here in the South because I got all my northern allegiances. My sister went to Notre Dame. My wife went to Auburn. I covered Alabama, South Alabama.
One piece of everything. You've got to make your own jersey at this point.
Right.
Well, restaurants and supermarkets are coming up with new ways to get you to spend your money at
some things to take a look at. So, yeah, those grocery store prepared meals are an option.
See, I noticed the trend there, and it's just it's just new items that they're adding for both of those. There's the grocery store and the food one. I want more discounts, more deal savings. And so I think I'd mainly shop. I look at the weekly ads for every single grocery store that I shop at, and that's what I shop for the week. That decides what meals I make.
Yeah, so there are options out there if you're looking for ways to try to save a few bucks. Starbucks is keeping summer alive with a new take on some seasonal drinks.
We're doing this morning, but I enjoy it. And I actually noticed that after I had ordered, I probably would have tried one of them because it says in the app on the main page.
Yeah.
But I was like switching it up a little bit. Little changes.
Which reminds me, I promised yesterday on the show, if you were watching or if you remember, that we would try out the new BK wrap sandwiches that they have. I said on the air that I will do that and post a picture. We went there, the local BK didn't have them. So we efforted what I said. It just did not come to fruition.
Well, that makes me sad. Well, maybe they'll get them. Maybe they'll hear you here.
Yeah.
Deliver them here to Studio 10. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at breeze in downtown Mobile at this time. It's steamy. That's only going to continue heading later on into today. Taking a look at the heat indices all across the Gulf Coast, feeling like 113 in Destin, 105 in Gulf Shores, 100 in Mobile along with the Eastern Shore. But then the heat advisory in effect once again for today. That means that the heat index value is 108 up to 112 degrees. Make sure you're taking it easy. Limit your time outside. Stay hydrated. It's just been repeated here for the past few weeks as we continue to see this heat. We'll finally start to see some brief relief heading into tomorrow when more dry air pulls in, and we'll start to see the heat index values not as high. Now, over the next few hours before we get there, we're still going to be feeling hot by this afternoon and this evening. Still feeling like the mid to upper 90s by 7 and 8 o'clock. But around this point, that's when we're really going to start to notice that humidity dropping. So the feels like temperatures will only begin to drop after that. Now, before we get to all of that, too, the reason why we have this dry air pushing in is because we have a front that's coming through this afternoon. So that's going to be bringing increased chances of some showers and thunderstorms by the second half of today. A marginal risk zone 1 out of 5 for portions of the Fox 10 viewing area. But the biggest concerns that we're looking at is going to be gusty straight line winds with some of those storms and also some heavy downpours. Now, coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to be talking more about that, detailing the timing, checking in on the tropics, and your full 7-day outlook. All that's coming up soon. Joe. Well, today back to school supplies is not just paper and pencils, it includes technology. But before you start shelling out for the latest devices and apps, you need to be sure that those are the kind of items that your kids actually need for schools. Jermaine Petway from AT&T joins us this morning with a look at some of the tips for parents when it comes to back to school tech. Thank you so much for joining us again this morning.
Thank you for having me again, Jen.
Well, starting off first, the big question out there is how do you know that your kid is ready for some of this new tech?
Well, AT&T is partnered with the American Academy of Pediatrics, and we created a 10-question survey, okay? And it kind of gives you those questions of like, is your kid going to be home by themselves while you're at work? Those type of questions, and it allows you to know like, okay, they are ready for that device, okay? So that is huge. The next thing is we want to make sure that the parents know, well, they may not need a phone, they may need a tablet, or they may need a watch. So that helps you to determine those type of questions.
See, a great quiz right there. That way you just know what your kid is ready for. And another big thing that parents concern about is with tech, there's also safety involved.
Yes.
And so you guys are really big in front about some of the safety aspects too.
Yes, so AT&T has multiple apps, okay? So like the Secure Family app, that allows you to track your kids through their device. Also, it allows you to limit their internet time. So that helps out as well. And also we have one called Active Armor where they can block and screen fraud calls from the actual kids. Now, some parents may say, well, I don't want my kid to have a device. There's products out there that we do carry, such as the Apple AirTag, the Tiles, where you can easily put those on the child's book bag, put it on their keychain. If they're riding on the bus, you're able to follow them. You're able to see when they made it home safely, all those different ways as well.
I was going to say, I love the Apple AirTag. We have one on our dog too.
Really?
Yeah, so it really is a great addition there, especially just some peace of mind. And so also talking more about this, and now that we're getting into the school year, it's important to have internet, and you guys have a great feature for that too.
Yes, so AT&T has and we partner with the government with the AC Pre program. And what that does, it allows them to get discounted services such as our internet and our wireless service. So on August the 8th, it was groundbreaking. AT&T, now a customer can go physically into the store with their application ID, and they can go in and they can sign up for those services inside the store. So it allows them to get up to $30 off of fiber, off the internet service. Some can get free internet, and also some can get all different type of discounts, such as a 75 if you're on tribal land. So it's a great program.
Such a great program, especially with more kids doing the online learning from home. We're still having some of those e-learning days in some of the school districts here. And so if someone wanted to find that application, see if they qualify for it, how can they go about doing so?
They can go to att.com and they can just search for the Gov, and they can go in or just type in ACP, or they can go to Google and just type in ACP, qualify, go in and get your actual application ID. Then all you have to do is just go into the store. But if they don't want to go online, they can just come see their friendly experts in all our AT&T locations, because we have qualified reps that can actually help them out now.
Making it easy. There you go. So that's going to make it nice and simple. Thank you so much for being here. Was there anything else you guys want to add?
That will be all, Jen.
Awesome. And we will look forward to seeing you again here. As always, we're going to have all of this information on our website, fox10tv.com, under the Studio 10 tab. And coming up, we're going to have another look at your forecast. And also, we're going to be taking you to our sister station.